Hi everybody, sorry about that. We are going to try this again. We got a whole new digital panel thing going on, so we're troubleshooting it through the first storm. I'm going to log in again and just check to try to read your comments and stuff. Thank you for bearing with us. I promise we're going to go through the whole timeline. We're going to go through it nice and slowly so we can kind of plan our days, our overnight hours tonight, and then plan the morning and into the early afternoon tomorrow. So if you just give me a minute to log onto Facebook here, I will be able to see you joining us and answer your questions as soon as we kind of get going here. Again, thank you for being patient with us tonight. Of course, we appreciate that. We're working out a few little kinks here, but we got this. We got this now. And I'm going to have all the info for you on the timeline. We'll talk about kind of what's happening as far as the totals go, what happened last night, what's going to happen overnight tonight and into the day tomorrow as well. So thanks so much for joining us. Let's take a look at the satellite radar now, and we will talk about, hello again to everyone saying hi. Thanks guys for bearing with us. It's been a crazy night, but we're ready to go. All right, so let's see what's happening right now. Obviously, it's snowing across much of this state. I'll zoom in to Maine so we can see kind of what's going on. But let me just point out, should have done this before I zoomed in, I guess. Let me just point out that there is still a long ways to go with this storm. You can see, of course, it's snowing pretty much up and down the entire coast, moving into about I-95, Augusta, Lewiston, Auburn, starting to see some snow now. And if I'm calling out your area and saying, it's snowing and it's not, feel free to let me know. Sometimes the radar, right, we've talked about this before, sometimes the radar, it looks like it's snowing, but that snow's not actually hitting the ground. I think for the most part, most of this will work. However, the other issue we're having tonight is that the radar's calling it, if you will, the wrong type of precipitation. Keith was just texting me about 2 minutes ago saying that it's a sleet bomb is what he used close to Portland, and so the radar of course is showing snow up and down the coast. But when you get that warm air that's kind of sitting over the water and that blows on shore, right, we can have a little bit of melting going on with some of the layers here, and it refreezes as it gets close to the ground. We could see some sleet or freezing rain, so check what your temperature is. Pretty much everyone though tonight, I believe, is below 32 degrees. We can double check and just look at that. But again, there may be a little bit of melting going on in some of the upper layers of the atmosphere, and that could contribute to your sleet. You could even see a little bit of freezing rain. You can see temperatures across the board right now below that 32 degree mark. So let me put it back to the satellite radar. Thanks everyone for saying hello and letting me know what's happening in your community. I do appreciate that. I know the radar, like we talked about, doesn't always nail it, but it gets pretty close most of the time. You guys are already asking about tomorrow morning's commute. We will go through it. I think for the most part, the morning commute is going to be slick. We're not talking about 2 feet here, but the timing with this starting tonight and going through the overnight hours and right through the morning commute tomorrow, not ideal, of course. It is going to make things slick. I know some schools already starting to close. SMCC has already canceled classes. We just got the text about that. So, all right, let's go through it here. We talked about the temperature already. The other thing with this one is the wind, getting a little bit breezy. Some of the wind gusts, especially close to the coast, even inland now, are pretty high, between 20 and 30 miles an hour. So it's cold out, there's snow, it's getting windy as well. So things definitely are going to be cold, snowy, and slick as we go through the overnight hours tonight. But let's continue to move through. And we'll go through the timeline now, and we're going to take it pretty slow here as we go through tonight and into tomorrow morning as well. So I'll just back it up. Hold on, let's back up a few hours here. Doing okay on the initialization of this. You can see as we go through 9, 10 o'clock tonight and even to about 11 o'clock tonight, mainly snow all up and down the coast. So, of course, that's going to continue as we go overnight and right through tomorrow morning as well. Now we're at 2 a.m. You can see still snowing in Lewiston, snowing in Augusta, snowing in Waterville. You can go ahead if you want. Go ahead. We're just here. It's casual. Don't worry. You can see the temperatures are still cold, so we're continuing to see that snow overnight. Snow for several hours now. Of course, snow is going to start to accumulate in many places. What's happening with the mic? People are complaining. Something's wrong with the mic. No. Is it me, Jeff? I don't know. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong with the mic. Not sure. I'll try to move it and we'll see. Feedback or crackling noise. Bad audio. No. I'm still going to go through the timeline. I'll try to talk quietly. All right. So we're at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4, 5, now 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. You'll notice it's fixing, as people are saying. Good audio now. Oh, maybe it was just because it was in my pocket. There we go. So now by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, you can see still snow up and down the coast. I know superintendents, like to make the call right around 5 or 6 a.m. or so. So, it's not a heavy snow in most locations, but with it snowing from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., that's 12 hours of snowfall. You'll definitely notice roads will be slick in many locations, even if they're doing a great job treating them. It can be hard to keep up with 12 hours of snow. Then as we go into 8, 9, 10 a.m. tomorrow, it's not over yet. Still snowing, especially along the coast, now snowing pretty heavily in parts of down east Maine. And we'll go into about noon tomorrow, still snowing along the coast, Augusta, Lewiston, Waterville, of course, up to Greenville, still seeing snow. Now we're at 2 tomorrow afternoon, 3, 4, and 5. Things are starting to wrap up. So the sound's better now. Good. Sorry about that, guys. We'll get there. We're working on it. So there's a little timeline. Let me just go back through it fairly quickly. So 11 o'clock tonight. Now you can hear me clearly. 12, 1 a.m. You can still see plenty of snow coming down, moderate to, pretty steady at times. Overnight tonight, 2, 3 a.m. now. Now we're at 4 a.m. Now we're at 5 a.m. and we'll go through 6. Starting to kind of move away from the mountain areas, the western Maine mountains, I guess is what we'll call them. 8 a.m. now you can see starting to get pretty heavy in down east Maine. Same thing for 9, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Probably many locations, especially closest to the coast, central and eastern Maine, may not have school tomorrow. 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, still snowing, and then Portland starts to wrap up in the afternoon. And then as we go into tomorrow early evening, really starting to wrap up and things are clearing out by tomorrow night. So what does all that mean? Something like this. So another 6 to 10 for most of us, could be more in southern Maine, far southern Maine, York County. Could be 3 to 6 along the down east coast. We could see some mixing there. Of course, that'll keep your snowfall totals a little lower. So that's that. If you didn't get to see the timeline or you're just joining us right now, of course, we're going to post this so you'll be able to go through it slowly after. Hello, everyone, saying hi. Yes, be careful. It is sleeting and freezing rain in some locations, right? When the temperature is below, 28 or 29 degrees and that precipitation's falling. If you can hear it, right, it's sleet. Sleet pings and freezing rain clings. It may look like plain old regular rain falling from the sky. However, it's not. It's cold at the surface, and so that clings to everything. It freezes on contact, and it makes things very, very slippery. So again, the snowfall map is up right now. This goes through tomorrow afternoon or evening, depending on what part of the state you are in. So the morning commute tomorrow again is going to be slick. People saying there are schools already closed. Yeah, there certainly are. It is a normal Maine snowstorm, but it's our first normal Maine snowstorm for many of us this season, and we're just here to keep you updated. We're just here to help you. That's all. That's all we want to do. We want to keep you guys safe. That's why the meteorologists here do what they do. That's all. Let's see what else. You guys are like, can we make it sunny? No, this is winter. This is Maine. This is what we're here for, right? A little bit of snow. Just be careful overnight. Everyone's saying hi, hello. I'm just trying to read through your comments as quickly as I can. Everyone that's saying hi, hello, I do appreciate you joining me. People are saying some driving tonight. It's really bad. Yeah, be very careful out there, guys. there's actually a stat, right, that when we get just a couple inches of snow, there are actually more car accidents than when we get, a foot of snow, because people, tend to not drive as safely. And I know, you're probably a very safe driver, but be careful of all the people around you too. I want everyone to just, take their time. Remember, four-wheel drive, you guys know all this already. Four-wheel drive doesn't help you stop, right? It only helps you get out of those kind of snow piles at the end of your driveway. But just take your time tomorrow. Be safe. If you do have work or school tomorrow and you need to go, just take it easy out there. We want everyone to stay safe. So that being said, if you have questions, feel free to post them here. I'll try to go through and answer them over the next couple of hours. Of course, we're going to have a full update coming at 11. One of the new model runs comes in right before the 11 o'clock show, so that'll be interesting to see, if there are any changes there. I don't expect any huge changes, but, it's fun to get the most up-to-date information, and of course we'll have that at 11. I thank you guys all for sticking with us tonight. We're trying to work out some of our early season, issues here, but we'll get there. I appreciate you all hanging with us tonight, and again, stay safe. If you have any questions, post them here, and I will try to get those answered for you. Have a great night, and we'll see you again coming up at 11.